Hello everyone. In this lecture, we will discuss about the chapter 3. It is the transport layer in computer network. So let's discuss the topic to be covered in this chapter 3. So these are the content which I have covered during this chapter. So first is the transport layer services and its protocol. Then we will see multiplexing and demultiplexing in transport layer. Then connectionless transport using the UDP protocol. Then the principles of the reliable data transfer in transport layer. Then next is connection oriented protocol using the TCP protocol. And last topic is in this chapter is congestion control in transport layer. So now let's start with the transport layer services and its protocol. As we have seen in chapter 1, previously lectures, the transport layer responsibility in OSI layer. Now once again let's recall the transport layer responsibility. It is the responsible for the message acknowledgement and message segmentation. Then message traffic control as well as the error-free delivery means reliable data delivery from end-to-end system. In this figure, we here see that in the network, the end system connect with the logical end-to-end communication means in transport layer, it provides the logical end-to-end transportation. So we can say that the transport layer protocol run in the end system. So we can say that the transport layer protocol are implemented in the end system, but not in the network router. So sending the side transport layer convert the application layer message into the received from sending the application and process into the transport layer. And packets are, we know it's the transport layer segment. On the receiving side, the transport layer reassemble the segment into the message and pass into the upper layer means application layer. So at the network layer protocol, it provides the logical communication between host, but in the transport layer protocol, it gives the logical communication between the application process on the different host. So first, transport layer ensure the messages that are transmitted in order with they are sent, and there is here no duplicate of data. Here the main responsibility of, as I say, transport layer is to transfer the data completely. And it receives the data from the upper layer and convert them into the smaller units, which are known as the segments. So this layer can be termed as an end-to-end layer, and it is the provide point-to-point connection between the source and destination to deliver the data reliable. So next, see functions provided by the transport layer. So first function provided by the transport layer is service point addressing. In this, computers run on the server program. Due to this reason, the transmission of data from source to destination not only from the computer to another computer, but also from one process to another process. So here the adds the header that contains the address known as the service point address, or we can also say that port address. So the responsibility of the transport layer is to transmit the message in the correct process. Now next function or feature provided by the transport layer is segmentation and reassembly of the data. So when the transport layer receives the message from the upper layer or session layer, it divides the message into the multiple segments, and each segment is assigned with the sequence number, and that is uniquely identified by the each segment. So when the message has arrived at the destination, so then the transport layer is SM the message based on that sequence number. Then next feature or function provided by the transport layer is connection control. transport layer provide two services like connection oriented services and connection less services. Connection less services treat each segment as an individual packet and they all travel in different routes to reach the destination. Whereas using the connection oriented services makes the connection with the transport layer at the destination machine. So before delivering the packets, in connection oriented service, all packets are traveled in the single route. Now next function provided by the transport layer is flow control. So it is performed by the end to end rather than across the single link. The next function provided by the transport layer is error control. It is the perform end to end rather than across the single link. And the sender transport layer ensures that message that is reached at the destination without any error. Now let's understand flow control example. So here we can see that in this diagram, here mob wants to download a file from the server, but here server starts sending file at the 50 Mbps at the speed of internet. Now next scenario is mob with the help to transport layer that informs the slow the data transmission rate and that is no data get lost in second scenario. Where let's see third scenario. Here similarly is server send data at 5 Mbps of the speed. Then here move with the help of the transport layer, it informs the server to increase the data transmission rate and to maintain the system performance. So this is the basic flow control example. Now next, let's see error control example. Here in this diagram, we can see that first here, if some data is missing at the receiver end and the transport layer uses automatic repeat request to transmit the lost or corrupted data. Whereas groups of bits called here checksum that are added by the transport layer and to find out the received corrupted segments. Now next let's see services provided by the transport layer. So as we have discussed in earlier, it provides the logical communication between the application process running on the different source. Then transport layer protocols that are implemented in the end system but in the not in the network routers. And it receives the data from the upper layer, then after it converts them through into the smaller units. And adding a transport layer header to each chunk, it is known as the segments. Also, the transport layer passes the segment to the network layer and sending end system where the segment is encapsulated with the network layer packet or datagram and sent to the destination. Whereas on the receiving side, the network layer extracts the transport layer segment from the datagram and passes the segment to the transport layer. The transport layer then processes the received segment and making the data in the segment available to the receiving application. For example, internet has the mainly two protocols, TCP and UDP. So let's discuss about here. TCP is the transmission control protocol that is used in the reliable data transfer connection oriented communication. Whereas UDP or user datagram protocol, it is used in the unreliable data transmission and connection-less service communication. And each of these protocols provide a different set of transport layer services to invoking the application. Let's discuss transport layer services and protocol using this example. So In this example, the west side house and east side house has a 12 members are staying in the west side house. Similarly, in 12 members are staying in the each side house. So now let's here the host and system denote as the house or process and denote as a cousin which is known as the staying in the west side as well as the east side house. And the transport layer protocol in a system means it is the one of the cousin from west side house, and bill is one of the cousin in each side house is also a member and are cousin each other. Now application message denote as the letter in envelope. So it means each of the cousin write a letter and drop in envelope and post the other house. So total 144 letters are there. So now the network layer protocol denote as the postal services including the mail person from person and responsibility it is to collecting a mail from other members and distribute it to the postman. Similarly over here, a bill responsibility is that the collecting a mail from other cousins and it passed it to the postal man, and bill doing distributing that mail it to the other member. So when it received from this his side, so similarly over here, now the distributing and collecting a mail and system side, not in the network side. So network side is the responsibility from the portal, the services, and which is include a mail person. Now mail transfer from west side to east side means it is the part of the network layer. And protocol responsibility using this example, we can say a transport layer provide a logical communication means collecting and distributing the mail in house. It is the between the process running on the different host and network layer protocol and provide the logical communication between the host. So the transport layer protocol responsible for providing logical communication in the application that are running on the end system, and network layer protocol provide a logical communication between the different hosts. This is the I have explained in previous slide. Here it is the for description for this. So here host it is all called as the end system or house process is the cousins, and application messages are the letters in envelope. So network layer protocol is the postal services and including a mail person, and transport layer means these two. So similarly, transport layer protocol live in the end system. And within the end system, transport protocol moves the message from the application process and to the network edge. So that is the network layer as in vice versa. So, but it doesn't have any say about how the message are moved within the network core. Okay, thank you. In the next lecture, we will discuss about multiplexing and demultiplexing in transport layer.